Good morning. Welcome to Fielding Estates Winery, where I'm being joined by Ritchie Roberts, who is the winemaker here. And Ritchie, you're going to start off these segments by telling us about something quite unique to Fielding. You don't make a lot of this.
Right, we don't. So this is a unique wine to us. We've never done it before. It's the first time we did it. It's called the Barrel Reserve Red.
Okay, explain that to me.
Well, the reason we call it Barrel Reserve Red is it's kind of unique compared to other red wines we're made in that the wines that we used for it were aged for a short period in once-filled whiskey barrels from a distillery here.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
A local distillery.
Yeah, local distillery here that aged a whiskey in them for 5 years, and then after that was done with the barrels, and so we made use of them for this wine. And it's from the 2020 vintage, which here in Niagara was a really super ripe, big vintage for red wines, and that's why we thought it would be appropriate to use in that year. So we got a bunch of barrels from them. We tried it out on a bunch of different varietals, and the Merlot and Malbec really sung to us like while we were tasting them in barrels. So after about 6 months, we took them out of those barrels and then put them back into traditional wine barrels that we're surrounded by here.
Okay.
And that's how we made this wine.
And it's very limited.
Right, we didn't make much of it at all, to be honest. So we had 1 barrel of Merlot and 1 barrel of Malbec to work with, and that's what we made the blend out of. And it's roughly about 80% Merlot and 20% Malbec. And those are both varietals that we don't really focus on here at Fielding. We do a little bit every vintage. Yeah, we dabble in them. You know, I mean, our core varietal for reds is really Cabernet Franc. And we did some of that in those barrels as well, but these varietals really stood out to us from
So
that
it's
year.
a very limited edition.
Exactly, yeah, we only made basically 1 barrel's worth of it.
Now, I'm so interested in the science of it all, like having the rye barrels, like the whiskey barrels. What kind of came out of the barrels and into the wine that you noticed? Like the notes, like what are we...
So they're very different than, I mean, they appear to be similar to the wine barrels we use, but the source of the oak, where the oak is sourced from is different, how they're toasted is different, and the porosity and size of barrel is different.
Okay.
So all those things contribute to a completely different profile in the wine.
That's
Also,
so cool
they just had rye in them right prior to that.
Well, that's what I mean. Like there's like a little rye aftertaste or like a little leftover.
Yeah. So in this barrel, like anybody that's really likes big, ripe, juicy red wines, this is a nice wine for that because it gets the best character of the grapes that are in there, but it's also complemented but not overwhelmed by those barrel characteristics.
That's so cool. Like, who would ever think that it all depends on the barrel? Like, it's not something that people would think about when they're enjoying a glass of wine.
For sure. There's not a ton of these wines out there that are done like this. There are a few here or there, but it's something that's new to us, and we'll probably try it again in the future, I'm sure. Now,
when you're pairing this wine, you've got a charcuterie board here. Good pair?
I think this will work quite well, actually. You know, there's a lot of different options on this plate from Chef Mitch, and you know, the stuff he puts together outside for us is really fantastic.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, for sure. So I think the pairing will work quite well. I mean, this is a red wine that's drinking really well now. There's a fair bit of tan in there, so it's going to work well with the hard cheeses we have here. But it's softened up actually quite a bit, and even though it's a full-bodied wine, it's tasting good right now. But it'll age well for a long time as well.
All right, let's give it a try.
Yeah. Cheers.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Lots more coming up on Morning Live, setting things. Yay! It's time to celebrate. Woohoo! We're here with Heidi Fielding, and we are upstairs in the beautiful restaurant. We are enjoying some bubbly as well as some white, and it is all about wine appreciation. People don't appreciate where it comes from, do they, Heidi?
Well, I think we sometimes forget how hard it is to make a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
It's a year at least in the process. We have over 500 wine growing or grape growing families in Ontario, which is amazing. And it starts in the vineyard. There's so much work to be done year round. And then it goes over to the winemaker and he puts his final finishing touch on it. And really food and wine pairings are so perfect and magical. We started that recipe section in our website.
I love that. So many good recipes. What's the website?
It's fieldingwines.com.
You have to go check it out.
So the lobster dip will be on it, so viewers can go and check it out. But what I love about this dip is you can make it in a large format if you're going to a party. But how fun is it to do an individual format? So you've taken the time, there's quality ingredients in it, and now it's time to pair it with a beautiful glass of wine.
These are all the ingredients that go into it?
Yeah, so there's a lot of course, there's garlic and cream cheese and sour cream and mayonnaise and lobster, a sharp cheddar, mozzarella, there's Dijon, oregano, or if you want chives, paprika, lots of lemon and lemon zest.
You're a good cook, aren't you?
Well, I try.
Yeah, I
There's
feel
not
like
always
I've got
time.
that, like, you've got that reputation now with me. I'm like, I feel like I need to go over to Heidi's house
Yes,
for dinner.
anytime. Come on over.
Okay.
So the beautiful thing about it is you can pair this dish with like a beautiful sparkling. The sparkling has great acidity, so it's going to lift that fattiness and that good cheesy, buttery goodness off the palate and complement it so nice. Or you could reach over for a very buttery, toasty, oaky, sort of citrus Chardonnay, and that's going to be more harmonious. So it has the same weight and texture as the dip, so it's just going to pair magically. And I love a good big Chard. That is my go-to.
Well, now we're just gonna have to try
That
it.
is my ammo. I love it.
Now, I noticed you have your winter domes open.
Yeah.
That's an exciting part of the season.
It is. It's been nice to see the guests return. You know, the tent went down, the domes are up, so we are ready for winter, and there's that new cozy menu we've started with Revalee, so we're really excited about that. But I think that goes in hand with enjoying the food and the wine. 'Cause
Agreed.
they're not huge menu items, but they're enough for you to they're enough for you to really enjoy and savor the wine and appreciate what we're all about here.
I agree. People need to understand that they should take their time and relax because we don't do enough of that in today's
No.
society. We're always on the go, 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 go. This holiday season, sit down, stop a little, enjoy a glass of wine, have some lobster dip, which I am going to try. Am I going to
This
burn
is
my
so
mouth?
good. I think you should be okay.
Okay, I got to try it now.
It's
Oh, it's
delicious,
delicious.
though. And that's a dip. It's a special dip. There's great ingredients. This is from the Lobster Institute of Canada, so we just pulled it right from the experts, and you can't go wrong.
Wow, it is absolutely delicious.
We are very excited to have it on the website.
We're going to be checking out the winter domes. We're going to check out some of the food that Mitch has made from Revalee, so don't go anywhere. There's lots more coming up on Morning Live. Back to the studio.
Cheers.
Cheers. Welcome back to Fielding Estate Winery. I am now with Chef Mitch, who is the owner of Revalee Brunch Café, and you're so well known in the area for your restaurant, for your amazing food. We've transitioned to winter dome season.
Yes, isn't it beautiful in here?
It's gorgeous. I
Yeah.
love how cozy it is.
It's a nice warm spot to be this time of year in Niagara. It's fantastic.
Because you want to like spend some time, but you also want to feel like you're in the outdoors.
Absolutely. I love what they've got set up here, and we're happy to be here.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now you do the winter menu, the bits and bites, or the winter, what's it called?
It's our Winter Bits and Bites menu here
Winter
at
bits
Fielding.
and bites. Okay, I just didn't have the words in the right alignment. And you're featuring all of this, which looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah, we've got lots of great options here. Obviously, our showcase, our showstopper here is our charcuterie. Everybody loves to come to Fielding for charcuterie and a glass of wine. We have a nice baked brie here with some roasted garlic and a house-made spiced pear and cranberry chutney. Everybody seems to love our soup. It's a fire-roasted eggplant tomato soup.
I'll be the judge of that.
Let's give it a try. We've got some za'atar croutons on there and a little bit of parsley oil. Nice, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah. We've also thought, like during the cold weather, but what's better than a little bit of comfort food? We have we have a grilled cheese sandwich here.
Oh yes.
So the cheeses we've selected here, it's a Mountain Oak Gold Gouda and Fontina cheese with
a bougie
caramelized
cheese.
onion. Yeah, it's fantastic. We have a butternut squash hummus here with a little chili maple syrup and
I've
some
tried that.
crispy onions.
That's one of my new favorite
It's
things.
good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of my favorite dishes on the menu is actually right here. These little hot dog sliders on the end. These are
Okay.
Reykjavik pilsers. So these are known around the world as one of the best hot dogs in Europe. And this is our interpretation. So,
Okay. Now why? 'Cause they're like Icelandic.
it's an Icelandic hot dog stand. And
Okay.
if you were to go there, you would line up for probably about an hour to get a hot
I don't know
dog.
how to eat. Oh, I'm just kidding.
you just
It's
gotta
not
go
gonna be.
for
It's
it.
not going to be clean. Let's put it that way.
So it's a combination of sauces. It's ketchup, we have a remoulade sauce, a brown mustard, some raw and crispy onions on there. So lots of different textures, lots of different flavors happening. One of my favorite. What do you think?
There's so much going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My favorite wine here to pair with any of these dishes is the Cab Franc here at Fielding. A lot of red fruit, but it's nice and light. It sort of pairs very well with everything
Well,
here.
it's easy to drink.
Very easy to drink.
That's what I really love about
Yes.
it too. Okay, well, with that being said, you have to come to Fielding to check out the Winter Dome season. It's the cutest thing. They've got the cutest little chandeliers, and it's cozy and it's fun. And bring your friends, bring your family. Enjoy the charcuterie, the brie, the grilled cheese, the soup, and of course the hummus and how do you pronounce it?
The Reykjavik Pilsner.
The Reykjavik. You think I would know that because I worked in a world of geography for so many years.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us, Mitch. Cheers.
Of course, you're welcome.
Ooh. Well, we're talking about the winter wine trail that Fielding Estates Winery is included in. This is the cutest thing ever. I love this.
I love it too. Meg from Featherstone
Thank
called us
you.
up and said, hey, let's put a little trail together, and it's the sparkling wine edition. And we were all jumped on board. We're very excited. It's December 2nd and 3rd, and you can go online to any of these wineries, purchase your tickets. You actually pick where you're starting, so
Really?
that's great. You can plan out your trail.
Oh, that's awesome.
Everyone is only about 10 minutes from each other, so it's a really fun day out.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a great way to like kick off the holiday season.
Totally.
They're all sparkling wines, but what I love
My
about
favorite.
they're all different.
What makes them different?
So Suan's is the Fancy Farm Girl Fizz, and it is
Cute.
a very aromatic, sort of off-dry sparkling with Vidal and Riesling. So very aromatic, really fresh. And she's got this beautiful cookie to pair with it.
Oh yeah,
with
let's not
provisions
forget.
jam.
We're pairing it with food.
So a little 2-bite sensation.
Cute.
And then we move on to Cave Spring, and this is a traditional method sparkling 100% Chardonnay. So really creamy and crisp, nice citrus notes. And they've paired that, or I'm sorry, Cave Springs is their Riesling.
Riesling, okay.
So a hint of sweetness, I'm sorry. And
okay.
that is paired with the samosa. So a little bit of heat to go with that beautiful Riesling
That'll
sparkling.
cool you off.
So good. I
Yeah.
love sparkling Rieslings.
Me too.
Moving on to Featherstone, they have their Premier Joy Cuvée, and that is 100% Chardonnay. That's
Okay.
the one. So we're
Okay.
talking creaminess, really fresh, good citrus notes. And they are paired that with their smoked salmon, creme fraiche, crostini, and that is gonna go so good.
Everything looks so
I know.
amazing.
And then Malabar here has the Bissou sparkling, and that is traditional method Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, paired with their puff pastry, which is a gougere. Rhymes with Montfrère. I was trying to
Gougere?
pronounce it this morning.
You did a good job, I think.
And then we are doing our sparkling rosé, also traditional method, also Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, but it has a little bit of color from that Pinot
It's
Noir.
my favorite.
I love it too.
It's
And
my
we've
favorite.
paired that with the crostini, with the brie, a little strawberry compote, and some rosemary. So lots to do, but the fun thing about this that I want to mention is that each location,
Yep.
you get to take home your sparkling glass.
Oh.
And they haven't come in yet, but they're all going to have a very elegant logo from the wineries you visited.
Each one?
Each one. So you're going to go home with 4 glasses and a champagne stopper from Cave Springs. So you already have a little bit of
You got your own little-
entertaining
yeah.
set. You can pick up some sparkling on your way, and
I love that it's such a good memory. You
I
bring out your
know.
4 glasses, whether it be in the summer or
Yeah.
the winter or at the holiday time, and you think, oh wow, remember when we did that really cool wine trail?
I know, and you know, it takes a little bit of stress out of the holidays. You can do
Agreed.
some gift buying and some gift giving,
Yeah.
or join in with a friend and like take a little break.
Yeah.
But tickets are $45, so it's excellent value.
And limited, you got to get in there and get your ticket now because these are a hot buy. They are going to sell out soon.
Yeah, and we're hoping to continue this year round and maybe do a red wine series where you get the
Fun.
red wine glass or the white wine. So
Smart.
yeah, watch
You ladies
for,
know what you're doing.
We do.
All right, well, thanks so much
Cheers
for
to
having us,
that.
Heidi. Cheers.
Thank you.